What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in and rocking with me the way that y'all do. I do appreciate it. Still trying to grow, still trying to come up. And so, everybody that's rocking with me now, I just want to say thank you. Let's keep going. I would like, if y'all don't mind, if you feel the same after watching this video, to share it with as many men as you possibly can. Those of you who share videos, if you would share it with as many men, maybe you have sons, cousins, nephews, this is a message, even a warning that I would like to get out to men. And I would have said before, especially to young men, but now I'm realizing that it applies to all men. I want to talk about ego and conflict resolution. I want to make a statement right here. I'm taking my time with this because I want I want you really to catch my words. I'm going to make a statement right here. You men that don't live this, have this understanding, have this knowledge yet, try to grab this wisdom. It may save your life. You young men, make it your chant, your mantra, your lifestyle, whatever you need to do. Apply this to your system. If you don't know how to resolve conflict, you are one disagreement away from tragedy. Professor X, would you repeat that? I believe I will. If you, and I'm talking specifically to men, do not know how to resolve conflict, and the majority of us were not raised and developed in atmospheres where that was taught. So if you do not know how to resolve conflict, you are one disagreement away from tragedy. On June 8th of this year in Las Vegas, a husband and a wife lost their life from two YouTubers beefing on social media that got carried away. I'm not going to cover that story. You look it up, it'll be there. Google it. YouTuber shooting Las Vegas, June 8th. It'll come up if you want to dig into the details. But the bottom line is two YouTubers were beefing that spiraled online, and both of, or at least they have some kind of an online presence. Neither one of them is what we would call super large in terms of a following. I think between 10, 15, 20,000, somewhere in there. And it spiraled online and people get involved and everybody's talking and the chitter chatter's going on, and one of the people channel started to go up and the other one started to go down. So people taking sides, and the one whose channel was going down ends up being the one pulling the trigger and taking out a husband and a wife over what I'm going to call ego. Their beef have been going on since 2023. 2 years of nonsense. 2 years of beef. 2 years which should have been plenty of time for somebody to say enough is enough. But when you apply, and I tell women this all the time, the ego of a man is fragile. The ego of a man is deceptive. The ego of a man is to react with any signs of disrespect. That's the way the ego of a man will work. And if you don't have conflict resolution skills and or the ability to walk away ahead of time, you are just one disagreement away from tragedy. The ego of a man will tell that man, under no circumstances do you tolerate any disrespect. You all know, think for yourself on this one. How many men are in prison right now? Right now, as you and I, as I'm giving this video, as you're watching this video, how many men are in prison right now because their ego told them don't tolerate the disrespect that so and so just gave you? And in a moment of weakness, after their ego pumped them up and told them what to do, they went and made a decision and a move that ended up tragically for both people, the ones that they took out, and for their own life as well. The ego will say, don't tolerate no disrespect. The ego of a man, check this out, y'all. Check this out. These are things that I learned growing up at an early age. I've said it on other videos. I have been a student of human behavior and nature all my life. I love to study people. I'm one of those that can sit in the airport all day long with a bag of chips or whatever, some chicken wings, a nice drink, and just study and watch and read people and give my little commentary to myself. I can do that all day long. So I love to study human nature. So these things that I'm telling you is things that I have picked up over the years from hanging out with all kinds of people. I've hung out with very wise individuals with a lot of degrees, a lot of common sense, not a lot of knowledge, and I've hung out with the lowest of the lowest. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. The ego of a man will say, I have to, check this out now. The ego of a man will say, I have to win when there's nothing to win. Y'all talk back to me. The ego of a man will say, I have to win. See, that's what makes people think that they always have to have the last word. You can tell when you are mature, when you no longer have to have the last word in every situation. That's when you know you are mature, especially as a man. But the ego of a man will say, I have to win because if I back down now, you will appear weak. So I have to win. I have to keep it going. And there's nothing to win. It'll tell you, do not back down. Under no circumstances do you back down. That's what it will do. The ego of a man will have you in an online feud with somebody that you don't even know. Probably because strangers that neither one of y'all know got involved in y'all situation. Y'all done talked about it. Y'all done put it on your podcast. Y'all done put it on your site. You done put it in the content. And now everybody got all these things to say. And people giving their commentary. And somewhere in that commentary, somebody's going to say something that's going to really piss you off. And the ego is going to say, do not back down. Don't tolerate it. You must strike back. The ego of a man. The ego of a man. Can I go a little further here? Yeah, teach Professor X. The ego of a man will say, ignore the consequences. It will not show you the consequences. Check it out now. When that shooting happened on June 8th, and he added 2 bodies to his name. What the ego did not tell him before he did that was, you're going to now, because them 2 had 2 kids. You're now going to leave 2 kids without parents. You're going to destroy their life. Not only are you going to destroy their life, you're probably going to spend the rest of your life in prison over an argument that mainly took place online. So not only have you destroyed lives, your own life will be destroyed. See, the ego can't show you that. The ego can't show you that when you go into prison, you ain't got your own personal shower now. You ain't got enough clout to be in there by yourself. So you taking a shower with all the fellas now. See, the ego has to block that. The ego has to tell you, make this move. Don't back down. Don't tolerate it. Don't put up with it. But it has to block all. See, if it tells you the consequences, then you won't make a move. So the ego has to block the consequences so that you make a move. And then it leaves you with the reality of what you have done. Yes, that's why I say I want this message to get out to all the men. Get it out. If you don't know conflict resolution skills, if you don't know how to resolve a disagreement, you are one disagreement away from having a tragic situation in your life. One of the things that the master in the scripture said was agree with your enemy quickly. Unless he's gonna, if you don't, he's gonna take you to court and the judge will take you to prison. And you say, what in the world? If somebody is an adversary or an enemy of mine, why would I agree with them and why would I do it quickly if we are already in disagreement? And so it seems like the master is trying to get you to give in to the enemy, even though you may be right. But see, when you understand conflict resolution skills and agreement, your agreement is not saying, I believe you are right. Sometimes, and we say it like this, sometimes we have to agree just to disagree. Sometimes we have to agree that we're just not going to say anything else about it. Sometimes you have to agree that you're just going to walk away from the situation. Agreeing don't mean they right. Agreeing means if I don't continue, listen to the master now. If I do not get myself out of this situation and I continue down this path that I'm going, one of us is going to end up in front of the judge. Now it's in the book of Matthew. Y'all go read it now. He said, agree quickly, lest you be taken to court. Look at this situation that just happened June 8, 2025. His ego set him up. Now he's going to have to go to court. And all that he thought he had accomplished, I'm going to end with this. When he go to court and find out he probably will not get out in this life, or when he do, he'll probably be 80-something years old. He's going to go to prison having left some woman behind that he cared about, that he rocked with, that was his, that he smooched on, y'all, his squeeze. And no sooner than the judge give him the sentence, 3 months later, somebody that he knew, probably a friend of his, that always found his lady to be attractive, is going to slide up. He gonna slide up during the court session because, sweetie, you don't need to be going to driving yourself to court. Ride with me. I'll take you grocery shopping. I'll do this. I'm a help because so and so is my homeboy. I'm looking out, but he already know his homeboy ain't getting out of prison, so he gonna be nice. And no sooner than the judge deliver the final sentence, the judgment that says you're gonna have to do 40 years to life, maybe probation in 30 years, 25 years. All that ego now is stripped from you when you see the reality of what you have done, all over disrespect or respect. Like I said in the other video about the dude from Chicago, while you in prison with all them men, somebody you know that was in your camp is going to be banging your old lady. And your ego, you can't do nothing about it. Oh yeah, she's still gonna send you. She's still gonna send you letters and say she miss you, and it's gonna smell like her body wash and her perfume. Yeah. It's gonna have her lipstick on there. Yeah. If you like that Latino, she gonna say, "Hey, papi," for those that like that Puerto Rican talk. Yeah, she gonna do all that. Hey, papi chulo. Yeah, all that. You gonna be sitting up in prison like, dang. Nah, bro. Nah, that's just a letter, bro. That's just a letter. Old boy was over there while she was writing the letter. because your ego. Anyway, if you do not know how to resolve conflict, you're just one disagreement away from tragedy. Fellas, y'all got it? Good.